We got to reestablish that village.
We got to reestablish the village.
Yeah. And it's coming together slowly but surely, it's things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So of course the program you've talked about, so Carter G. Woodson, right, is a whole fairly new development in the life of BMW.
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
Let me tell you a little bit about that. Okay, so in 2010, I call 2010 our big transitional year. That was the first year we took a trip abroad. And then in 2010, the superintendent of Fayette County at that time, he was getting calls from people like, I want to get my child in BMW. How do I get my child in BMW? Getting emails. So he called me and he said, Roz, what are you doing out there on Saturdays and Tuesdays that these people are calling wanting to get their child? So I told him about BMW and everything. And he goes, are you serious? You're doing all of this? I said, yes, sir, we're doing this. Plus, by this time, we've added Tuesday night. We call Tuesday tutoring. So you can come and get extra help on Tuesday nights and all of your academic subjects. And even if you need it on a Thursday night, we'll do that too. So I told him about BMW. He said, well, I want to see if what you're doing on Saturday is really making a difference. I said, I know it's making a difference. I get all their report cards. I get their behavior data. I said, we've moved kids out of special ed, all of this. He said, okay, but I need the data from here. I said, okay. So he asked me for a list of every young man who had ever been in BMW, who was in it then. And so I gave him that list. He ran it through the data at central office. Mm-hmm. About 2 weeks later, he called me back. He said, I need to see you in my office. I went, oh, Lord. So I go down there. He said, do you know what you're doing? Do you realize what you're doing on 2 days a week with these boys? I said, I told you. He said, the boys who are coming to you on Saturday and Tuesday, African-American males are outperforming other African-American males in reading 24%. In math, they're outperforming other African-American males 36%. He said, Roz, and he said, I'm looking at their conduct. I mean, you all are really doing something. I said, I told you. He said, okay. What can we do to help you? What can we do as a district to invest and do more to help you? I said, well, here's what we would like for you to help us have a program or school where we would have the boys every day of the week plus Saturday. I said, we need our own school, our own program where we would have them 5 days a week and we would continue with BMW. He looked like Arnold on Different Strokes. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? And then I said to him, I said, Mr. Silverman, I said, you remember when Toyota came here and created Toyota in Georgetown, Kentucky? Most of the Japanese that came here to start Toyota lived in Lexington. I said, their culture goes to school 6 days a week. I said, Fayette County opened a building so Asian children could go to school 6 days a week. I said, when you built Edith J. Hayes Middle School, you allowed the Japanese to build a wing on the back. So their children go to school 6 days a week. That's a part of our culture. Why can't it be a part of African-American culture that our boys go to school 5 days a week, plus we have them on Saturday? And he went, let me think about it. So I left, and about a month later, he called me and he said, are you willing to go before the school board, make a presentation on why BMW needs to become a program that's 5 days a week plus Saturday? I said, absolutely. So Dr. Cleveland, Janae Boateng, and myself, we did our presentation. And here's what we found out. In the Commonwealth of Kentucky, we have what's called A1 schools, A2, A3, and it goes down to an A5. An A5 program is an innovative, creative, specialized program that meets the needs of a particular group of students. Well, A5 programs were being used all across the Commonwealth, but guess how they were being used? As programs for alternative schools for kids who were bad.
Yeah.
See, that's a special innovative program. But yeah, you had created it for kids who have behavior issues. And then they also used it to create programs like SCAPA, which is a creative arts program. You're doing it for specialized kids. So I said, why can't we do a creative, innovative, specialized program for boys of color? So he was like, you're right. So the three of us made a presentation before the school board on why we needed something 5 days a week. And we showed the data on what we were doing just 1 and 2 days a week. I said, why can't we do this 5 days a week? So the school board voted unanimously to give us our own specialized school and program. And what was so great, we got to name it, we got to claim it. No, we got to name it. We got to set it up. We got to handpick our teachers because we needed teachers who understood the vision. And we got to choose our administrative team. And so that was in 2012. And so what else we did? Janae was selected because she had the experience with BMW. She was selected as the first principal. So for one whole year, she and I got to travel the country to look at programs that were already in existence. So the first place we went was to Chicago, to the Urban Prep Academy, which had 4 locations, was changing the lives of young men. So 100%. we went and met with their principal, spent 2 days observing them. We researched the Harlem Zone School in New York. We flew to Atlanta to the Best Academy. I mean, we did our research and we took the best practice out of all of those programs. And we started the Carter G. Woodson Academy. Now, the reason why we named it Carter G. Woodson is because Carter G. Woodson attended Berea College.
Right.
And he is the second African, and Berea College is in Kentucky, and he's the second African-American ever to get a PhD from Harvard University. And so, so we wanted him, all the quotes and things that, the great resource he was. And so in 2012, we opened the Carter G. Woodson Preparatory Academy, which is a pre-college program for boys of color, for boys, period. But everything is taught through the lens of African-American culture and heritage. So you can be Caucasian and go there. You can be Hispanic and go there. But understand, when you come, everything's going to be taught through the lens. We don't teach Black history because Black history is taught every day.
Thank you. Right.
It's not an exclusive history. It's an inclusive history.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, we will celebrate this month by doing what we call the Woodson Institute, which is an educational institute where we bring guest speakers in and the boys create everything with the institute and all of that. But we don't do Black history in that manner like we're teaching it, because it's not an exclusive history, it's an inclusive history. And so we are so excited. We are celebrating, we are in our 10th year, celebrating 10 years. So the way we started, so that failure would not be an option, we started with grades 6 through 9. And then we added a grade level every year. And the young men who were in that first group, that 6th grade class that came through, all of them are in college right now.
Awesome.
And
awesome.
And so these boys actually go to school 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And so we've been blessed to have a great partnership with Fayette County Public Schools. Carter G. Woodson is a part of Fayette County Public Schools. And so we're held to the same standard as all the other schools. And to give you an example, we just had our second semester, second grading period. And of our 6th grade class at Carter G. Woodson, 92% of them made the honor roll.
Wow.
Nothing ever was handed, all about respect, never about ego. Wish I could have retired a long time ago and disappeared way beyond the trees. But my homies kept influencing me, said they needed to hear my lyrics, like my flow, cause they felt my spirit. Plus the people needed to hear it. A conversation with conscientious lyrics.